common problem that many of us resist confronting in our life is our soul's desire to pursue the life path where we will become the most fulfilled version of ourselves. We do this because we lack clarity over what we want and what is possible. This clarity is clouded by trusting that social standards and our existing personal circumstances have our best interests in mind in terms of how we invest our time and our focus. There's a ceaseless barrage of information at our fingertips, and there's a million other people telling us how we should do something or how we should accomplish a certain task, or even telling us what our priorities should be. It comes down to you knowing what your own priorities are, knowing yourself, your own goals and your intentions, and aligning your behavior and your time and your focus to achieving that and realizing it over time. It doesn't happen overnight. It becomes a confusing puzzle to decipher our own authentic desires and natural curiosities from the noise of the digital herd. Even when we decide to get serious on a task for a bit, it isn't long before we get curious about what kinds of instant dopamine fixes we can get from scrolling on our phones. We don't recognize these little moments that we could be working on our mindset, centering, or just putting a little time and effort into working on a goal when we have a little bit of downtime that we can use. But what happens is, because of all these instant distractions that we seek, many of us feel trapped in a cycle of not feeling fulfilled by life. We convince ourselves that this is just the way it is, and we stop looking for solutions for how we can change our life. It's natural that we seek distraction. We are naturally curious beings, and we want to avoid discomfort and pain. This includes the mental anguish that comes with doing a task that we find unfulfilling or boring. The sad truth of our world is that it has become commonplace to seek distractions from something that is already distracting us from working on our life mission, our sense of purpose, something that's going to fulfill us inside and enrich our lives because it's going to give us meaning. We think it's just too far out of reach and we stop trying. I'm talking about unfulfilling jobs, unnecessary relationships, and other die-hard habits that are not aligned with our goals, our natural curiosities, and the fullest expression of our innate talents. We become dedicated to upholding these rigid structures that do not support our life goals because we fear not having safety, security, and routine. We choose a safe route instead of looking at ways to solve our problems that are preventing us from pursuing our purpose. These habits of distraction and, in essence, self-deprecation have become ingrained as routine. The vast majority of us live our days connected to a constant stream of digital information while staying disconnected from a dialogue with our truest selves. Without periods of mindfulness and connection with our truest thoughts and feelings, we create an emotional environment that's ripe for bouts of depression, anxiety, and anger. All these emotions sprout from fear. Is it the fear of not having enough to sustain our physical existence? Or is it fear of a life where we never realize our full potential? Experience periods of that inner dialogue where we converse with our deep inner self. We need to disconnect from the information sources competing to capture our attention and curiosity. We need to make a habit to consume supportive information. What was it in our experience that conditioned us to turn away from that inner purpose and stop longing for it, stop going for it? The sooner we recognize and accept this, the sooner we can have the confidence and clarity to start making changes, to start manifesting our best life. Your past is not you. When we feel stuck in life and like we have no purpose, we need to pinpoint those experiences that caused us to lose heart in our life's work. This will not be easy or comfortable, but we need to work through it to arrive at a new mindset where we can enact change. I wrote about this in a previous letter, Rising from a Creative Rut, and you can also check out the YouTube video. It's linked somewhere on the screen here. And that goes into more detail about how you can start working at the process of reframing your mindset and allowing yourself to start rising out of your life rut. So that brings me to the point of this video, and that is that the number one problem for the modern day creator is living a life detached from their sense of purpose and fulfillment. This is caused by priority confusion because of an inundation of misleading information that we can get from digital media, what we think we should be doing with our time based on our peers and social pressures, and really it all comes down to yourself and how you feel and what you want out of life and what you want to give to the world and be known for. When we solve this problem, our quality of life will be so much better because we will be doing more of the things that we want to do with our time. We'll have the leverage and space to help others solve this problem in their own life too. Helping others solve their problems increases our sense of value within a community, which over time can reframe our mindset and increase our financial health, our mental health, our physical health, and enrich our sense of purpose. So we often talk ourselves out of solving this problem. We do this by making statements that are contrary to our soul's desire, statements that are geared towards security and safety because we prefer comfort over our own goals. We assume daily habits that reinforce limiting beliefs and keep us pinned down behind a barrier of our own making with no clear intention of overcoming it. We all experience this in our own way at different points of our lives. By confronting it, we are embracing the opportunity to grow as individuals and be much more excited about what we do in our daily lives. With proper habits and mindsets, you can align your life with a purposeful existence that engages your natural interests and your innate talents. Solving our problems requires creativity, consistency, and an open mind. Stubbornness is not your friend here. Neither is impatience. You actually want to be patient here and show up consistently for yourself. We must learn to recognize when we are out of balance with our life purpose and make a plan of action to bring it back into balanced existence. We have the opportunity to make changes in our lives to craft the life that we envision for ourselves. We will always be a work in progress, and this is how it should be. So, to connect with your purpose, do not edit yourself. Embrace your passions and your interests as your sacred doctrine of self. Know where your true purpose lies by finding the natural skills and curiosities that make you the most fulfilled. Trust your heart's longing and insert yourself into your life to realize them. A lot of this clarity over your inner self and your purpose can be realized by developing a content strategy that shares your natural skill sets and interests and your learnings with the world. If you do this, you will develop confidence in yourself and what you are most interested in and what you excel at. And over time, others will start to see you as gifted in that special area or with those special skill sets. Or even just being really passionate about something. If you share that with people, they really respect that and they develop a lot of meaning out of you sharing your own passions. Developing this content strategy and sharing your journey with the world will validate natural skill sets and natural curiosities that you have, which will instill in you a natural drive to pursue your calling. When you pursue your natural curiosities and skill sets without a feeling of guilt, shame, or a sense of limited time, you're priming your truest self to manifest a life where you make a living doing what you naturally are passionate about and which is an activity that you thrive at. Your brain stays healthy by exercising new thoughts, which keeps you engaged in projects where you are living your purpose every day. Living with a sense of purpose is accomplished when we use our natural skill sets and interests in our daily lives. Personally, I can say that orbiting the star that we do and the planet that we do with a sense of purpose is a fucking awesome feeling. I want to feel this way every day of my life and help others feel it too. If you like this video, please help me out by giving me a like, subscribe to my channel, drop me a comment, let me know what you thought about the content. I'm happy to make anything else on any subjects that you recommend. Just drop it in the comments and I'll do my best to get to that video as soon as I can. I have some new stuff coming out for you guys. If you want to get guides and notes from me about the creative struggle, about content creation, or about living a life with purpose, you can go to bradysnow.com. You sign up for my newsletter. I email about once a week, sometimes every 2 weeks, but I make sure it's a value-packed guide for you. It's going to help guide you on the process of realizing your life purpose and sharing your natural strengths with the world. So that's all I got for this video. Tune in next time. I'll see you then. Thanks.